Hi, my name's Peake from Loop Tackle, and we're here on the River Dee in Scotland on the Crathes Castle beat. We're just getting ready for an afternoon's fishing. It's early February, pretty brutal conditions, very windy and very cold. So I just wanted to briefly touch on what sort of layers and what sort of gear that we might be using for sort of early spring fishing in Scotland. Okay, so starting from the feet down, just arrived on the beat, I will generally have a pair of hot Merino, quite thick socks that I'm going to be wearing in the waders. My feet get cold all the time, really easily, and I find wearing lots of pairs of socks doesn't help at all. So just good quality pair of Merino socks that are quite thick and heavy duty. That's all I need. It's going to keep my feet nice and warm. As we look at what trousers we're wearing, I usually go for the Onka pants. They're a Primaloft trouser. They're really well insulating, and they'll keep you really warm. A lot warmer. That you want to avoid any cotton or any jeans or anything like that. You want to make sure that you've got good quality trousers on, because we're going to be wading up to our waist in water for long periods of time. So these Onka pants are absolutely brilliant, and equally they're really warm when walking around the riverbank because they fill up with air, and so they're really warm even in brutal conditions. So moving up, I've got what I call the Onka jacket on. So this is Loop's really heavy duty. It's a 113 fill Primaloft jacket with a big hood as well. So it's really warm. One of the most heavy duty Primaloft jackets you can get on the market, and absolutely superb for spring salmon fishing. And because this jacket's so warm, I don't need a huge amount of layers underneath. Okay, so I've got a cotton shirt and a cotton t-shirt on underneath. I don't need any more than that, or else I'm going to get too hot. So that's me. I've got a waterproof layer behind me. So once I've got my waders on, I put that waterproof jacket over the top. I'm going to be warm and I'm going to be dry, no matter what the weather throws at me. So that's it. And then finally, today the sun's shining, the temperature's warmed up a little bit, but I always have a pair of gloves with me, particularly when it's icy or a bitterly cold easterly wind coming up. Now, there's been loads of conversations about what gloves to wear for fishing, and I've tried a lot of different ones. These are the most simple, bog standard Merino glove made by sealskin that you can get. They cost 10 quid. I usually have two pairs with me, so if I've just released a couple of fish in the morning, I can just change to a dry pair in the afternoon. So super cheap, nothing fancy about it, but it's merino wool, so it's warm even when it's wet. And because it's fingerless, I'm still going to be able to feel the line, feel the flies, and have full use to be able to do everything that I need to. So they're the gloves. I've used waterproof ones, shooting gloves, fingerless mitts before, and they all have their downsides. So this, in my opinion, is the best glove. Cheap and cheerful. You can have a couple of pairs with you. You're good to go. And then finally, it's quite warm today, so I've actually just opted for a cap, just to keep that sun out my eyes, and a pair of polarized sunglasses, so I can see where I'm wading, and also just to keep that glare off. Really important to always wear a pair of glasses when you're fly fishing, particularly on a windy day like this. And one thing when you're in the cold weather is you're going to be burning out quite a lot of energy just to stay warm. So I've always got a few snacks. We've got the stove handy in the van. Got a banana, got a few snacks, and I've usually got a pot of coffee somewhere that I can just have a quick slurp of, just to warm me up from the inside.